The Premier League season is finally over. The season is finally over. United ended the season with a win. We ended the season with the win. Who would have known? We actually passed 40. We actually passed 40 points. What an achievement! Bottling a European final to Spurs, finishing 15 and getting 42 points. What an achievement! What's a trophy for Manchester United? Honestly. But anyways, we'll get into that later. Josh, welcome back. The season's finally over. We can finally relax. I still got two more games left in me because United are actually in Kuala Lumpur right now for the postseason tour. Two games. They're here in Kuala Lumpur to play on Wednesday at 7:45 p.m. my time, and on Friday they're playing against Hong Kong in Hong Kong. So, but yeah, hope you're well, man. Let's get started. Premier League is over.
It is Akavin. It's over. An absolutely grueling season. I have lived and breathed every second of it. I know exactly where I was for every single Arsenal game this season, and ultimately, it's led to nothing for a fifth consecutive year. Um,
Yeah.
I've I've put in a new quote underneath my name to highlight what I think about Mikel Arteta as Arsenal manager right now. Yeah, and if we don't win anything
Makes
next year,
sense.
or should I say when we don't win anything next year, I'm going to
Yeah.
be saying the exact same things I have this season. And that's a quick warning. I won't be able to add anything new to this live stream because I've said this for how many years, and I'm going to keep saying it because Arteta's not getting sacked anytime soon. But yeah, I'm all
He
right.
will,
Huh?
he will eventually get sacked
Oh
sometime.
fucking hell. I wouldn't bet on it, Akavin. I really wouldn't. If I was a betting man, I would not bet on it at all. But anyway, we'll move on and conclude this shitty Premier League season. But at
Yes,
least
so
we're in Europe, so there's that.
let's do it. Um, but people, make sure you guys are hitting the like button on your way in and subscribe to the channel. Big up to you. I've not seen you in the chat before, but big up to you, my guy. I hope you're well. Hope you're blessed. But yeah, let's get started. Where do you want to start? Which game you want to go first? You want to just get our clubs out of the way first? You want to just get Forest
Um,
out of the way
well, I
first?
think Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, and Man United,
I didn't
Aston
watch.
Villa were probably the most
I didn't watch,
significant.
I didn't watch the Forest Chelsea game, so I can only do United. I can only do the
Okay.
United.
We'll start with United Villa if you want.
No, we can go Forest Chelsea. I'll let you start. That was a good
Fair
game.
enough. Um, I did predict that Chelsea would win. I likened it to when Manchester United beat Leicester on the final day of the 2019-20
And
season.
Leicester borrowed
Whereas
everything.
in, yeah, exactly. Whether bigger club, arguably, whether more financially stable club ends up doing their job away to their main rivals for the Champions League place. Chelsea did their job. Levo Colwell, good goal. I will admit, I've only seen the highlights, so there's not much to go on. Chris Woods missed an absolute assist in the dying minutes. And it's like I said in previous streams, Nottingham Forest, they'll be glad to have European football. They'd be really happy to have European football. But ultimately, they were in first place for the vast majority of this season. So they're going to be heartbroken that it
Yeah,
hasn't probably led to more. But regardless, it's still a great achievement for them. And they could do serious damage in the Conference League, provided they keep their players and PSR doesn't ruin them too
yeah.
much.
I hear it. I hear it because look, Forest now they've got European football when they were literally clear of everyone in the Champions League positions. Like they were literally third by a distance, and then they completely choked it. I think that's poor from Forest. People are saying it's a successful season for Forest. I don't think so because I'll tell you why. They were literally clear in the Champions League positions, and they completely choked their four. Sorry, go on. What were you going to say?
No. I'll let you finish, but I do think qualifying for any European competition, it's always going to be a good achievement for Nottingham Forest. Obviously, they've spent a lot under this owner, but they've also made a lot of money up.
I
So in
reckon they.
terms of their net spend, they're pretty equal. So
I reckon they go and win this Conference League. I genuinely think there's no one else better. I guess you could maybe say, not Bologna. I don't know who else is in the Conference League from Italy or Spain or whatever.
I don't know
But,
who's in the Conference League
but I think
next.
Forest. I genuinely think Forest have a good shot. They have a very good shot at winning it all next year. So, who knows? But anyways, people, on your way in, like and subscribe to the channel. Josh will be doing some YouTube videos very very soon once he gets his schedule cleared up. So make sure you do go subscribe to his channel, even though like he's still not done anything yet. He's gonna have videos coming his way during the summer when he can when he's free. So
Yeah.
when you're
AN
there,
Sports, always the main priority. Subscribe to Akvin. He puts in so much effort into his channel. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Rewards him with a subscribe, lads. Come on.
the season's ended. By next season, I would love to reach at minimum 450 subs at minimum by the next season starting. When next season starts again, 450 subs is the goal. People, come on, you already know what to do. Subscribe. I'm 2 subs away from 270, by the way. So if you guys, two of you could sub, that'd be great. 270 at the end of the show would be fantastic. So, anyways, onto United. I mean, I don't really have much to talk about Forest Chelsea. All I could say is Forest bottled it, and Chelsea did their job. They got top. They got the Champions League.
And that's crucial for PSR as well.
And I will say this: the over celebrations yesterday were a bit. Yeah, I don't think it's Chelsea standard. I'll be honest with you. Chelsea should not be doing what they were doing yesterday. Over celebrating getting Champions League. Like I don't like that. I'm sorry.
It's funny
Any
you
Chelsea
say
fan
that.
watching, I apologize, but that's just low standard. I would be angry at any club doing that. Sorry. Go on.
No, it's okay. I was going to say regarding that, I saw the Chelsea dressing room party afterwards, and Reece James, he looks embarrassed because he's been there before. He's won the competition before, and now this new batch of teammates is now celebrating it.
Cole Palmer won the treble with Man City, bro.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was crucial for Chelsea as a club to get in the Champions League, like I mentioned before with PSR, and the likelihood is they are going to win a trophy anyway, and they're going to keep their cabinet fresh. So at the end of the day, they're in a decent position, Chelsea, and fair play to them because they're probably going to end up with more silverware than either of us. So.
I think they forgot that they have a cup final on Thursday, bro. Sorry, Wednesday. They have a cup final on Wednesday. They need to go win that cup final. They have to go win the cup final. It's a massive priority for them. They need to go win that cup final. Like, forget top four. That cup final matters more. I've said it on my United stream earlier today. I was arguing with the fan in chat. Yeah, I was arguing with him, he's a real one still. He's a true fan of AN Sports. So big up to that guy, anyways. Yeah. We argued about what was better, top four or trophies, and he said top four, and I said no, trophies come first. I always said trophies come first because you never know you never know that there could be tomorrow. I always say you never know if tomorrow happens. You always go and celebrate. Always go and win the trophy for your fans. There's no guarantee of tomorrow. Go celebrate any trophy you win, and I would celebrate it as much as any other trophy because, like I said, I love my club, and I want to see us win trophies. You know.
Don't we all lack it? It's the main metric for success in sport, and football's no different.
Obviously, Champions League is the bare minimum. I think you should be qualifying for Champions League regardless. Like, it should be the bare minimum, but winning a trophy matters more than qualifying for Champions League. I'll be honest with you. Big up to my guy, Bossa Blue, man. My guy every single time, man. Shout out to you. Hope you're well. But yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, the over celebrations were a bit too much. At the same time, I think Chelsea need to focus on Wednesday. They need to really get that result on Wednesday in order to win that cup final, and they need to beat Betis in the final. Because you know what, I'm actually rooting for Chelsea. I'll tell you why. Guess who's playing in that Real Betis team?
Anthony.
Bro, the amount of memes after that game if Real Betis win the Conference League and United bottle at Europa League final. The amount of memes, bro.
Wait, Akron, are you saying you'd rather Chelsea won a trophy so you don't get memes for a few days?
It doesn't affect me if Chelsea win it or not. To be honest with you, like I genuinely like because you know what it is.
It affects me.
My pal's a Chelsea fan. I don't have anything against Chelsea like that. Not as much as most people do. I actually respect Chelsea. Like, I respect their history. I respect what they've done in football. Like, they've actually shown they were the first club to actually have an elite level standard in terms of like ownership, in terms of like just actually wanting to win. Chelsea were the first club to do that. You see what they did? They sacked Andrea Villas-Boas and they brought in what'd you call
Roberto Di Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo. And guess what happened after that? They won the 75%. They won 75% of the treble, FA Cup and Champions League. Chelsea fans will not remember
66%.
They're not. they've not they won't remember that they won the they'll forget about the what do you call they'll forget about the sixth place finish that year. They're gonna remember the FA Cup and the Champions League win. That's pretty much 75% of it. Pretty much, you could say
You
they
do
won.
you.
Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
No, no, no. I understand where you're coming from. Um, I understand. Like, obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan. I can't respect Chelsea. Well, I can
Sorry.
obviously the maintaining of standards and whatnot. Fair play for that. But at the end of the day, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not going to like Chelsea, so I would rather Betis won. But I can understand why you'd rather Chelsea won.
The thing is, right? I know there's a lot of Chelsea fans clowning United after that win, but at the same time, it doesn't really affect me. Chelsea fans can actually talk to United in terms of like Europe in Europe in European football because they actually have pedigree in Europe, and if they win this, they complete the set. They're the first club in football history to complete the set because they won the Cup Winners' Cup, they won the Super Cup, they've won the they won the Champions League, they won the Europa League. If they win the Conference League, that's all five European trophies that they've won possible. I don't know if this is
They won the Intercity's first cup. I don't know.
I'm not sure if they've won those cups before, but they've won six. They won two Europa Leagues, two Champions Leagues. They've won one Super Cup. They won a Cup Winners' Cup. If
I
they
think
win
they've
this
won the
Conference
UEFA.
League, that's seven, bro. That's seven trophies that they've won. They've completed the set. They've completed the set if they win on Wednesday. So that's important for Chelsea. They need to get They need to get over the line. So I want Anthony Crockett. The headlines will be ex-Manchester United player knocks out Chelsea. Oh, bro, it's gonna be embarrassing for us at the same time though, because we loaned him out to Betis. But to be fair to you, we still employ him. Yeah, he's still a United player. So will it actually? I don't know. I don't know. But regardless, if Chelsea win, it doesn't really affect me. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't really affect me that much. But look, at the end of the day, it's gonna be a good game. Hopefully, it'll be a good game. We'll do a preview for that one. But anyways, on to the next game. I think we'll do. Did you watch Southampton Arsenal, or did you watch the other game?
I've seen the highlights. It wasn't on in the UK because they weren't. I think TNT Sports showed two games and Sky Sports showed two games as well. The Arsenal game wasn't on. I've seen the highlights. One thing I will say, we've won 14 of our last home. When what was it? No, last game of the season, we've won our last 14, which I think is a record. So, yippee. Odegaard, 90th minute winner to continue that streak. That goes back to the end of the 11-12 season, where we beat West Brom 3-2 to clinch third place ahead of Tottenham, who then got knocked out of the Champions League because of the Champions League final Chelsea won that you alluded to earlier. I'm really happy for Tierney. He managed to score in what was his last game for the club.
He's your best left back.
In my opinion, he is alongside Lewis Skelly. I don't know why we're getting rid of him, but I can't understand Arteta's thought process there. It was a good goal, good overlapping run from Ben White. We probably should have conceded a penalty. Declan Rice blatantly handballed it, but for some reason they didn't give it. They equalised off the corner, which meant Raya couldn't win the Golden Glove. Well, he did win the Golden Glove, but he had to share it with Matt Sells because he didn't keep a clean sheet. Yeah, because neither goalkeeper kept a clean sheet on the final day. And then Odegaard's good shot. Typical of him to turn up once we've got nothing to fight for, and he's playing the relegation for the side. But nevertheless, it was a good goal. We secured second place, 3 points ahead of Man City. We finished 10 points behind the champions Liverpool, which would have been a lot more if Liverpool hadn't settled down after the title win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it was a decent win. We notoriously struggle at St. Mary's, and we got 3 points there. So, I mean, it doesn't lead to anything, Akavin. I've got to be honest. But at
No,
least we are in Europe, even though we'll
I,
get.
I hear that. I hear that. I understand your points. Don't worry, we'll get them next season. Who are you talking about? Who's talking about? You'll get them next season.
I don't know, man. I'll wait for him to elaborate in chat. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I mean, there's nothing much to say about Arsenal. I mean, we've just thrown it all away again. After, yeah, next season FC. Netflix FC, as Patrice Evra said. I hate the fact that we constantly prove these idiots right. Like, especially these United legends, man. Christ above. Every single fucking time. Like I say, Akovin, it's a humiliation ritual. But I mean, at least we won. There's nothing else to say, really. There's
Uh,
nothing else to say. Yeah. I'm just glad the season's done.
Same.
I said at the beginning of the live stream, I have lived and breathed every single Arsenal game this season. I've lived and breathed nearly every single Premier League and Champions League game this season. I'm happy for the 2-month break now because I
Three
can't be
months. 3 months break. If you include mid May,
in the beginning of August as well.
beginning of August.
The
Mid. I
June.
will. I would say, sort of near mid August. Near mid August, I'd say around that. But I think we'll move on to Newcastle Everton, bro. Newcastle nearly threw it away.
I wish we did.
Newcastle almost threw it away, bro. Bro, Newcastle won a trophy, but they almost threw away Champions League football. If it wasn't for United, bro, Newcastle are out of the Champions League. On the last day to Everton, bro, at home, when they had the clearest chance to go win. I know it wouldn't have meant anything now. I know it doesn't mean anything now, but Newcastle almost threw it away. Genuinely, Newcastle were so lucky not to throw it away.
But
And
they didn't.
sorry,
But they didn't.
they
And
did,
that's the be all and end all. At the end of this, results business, man.
and they had a successful season, people. They had a successful season because they won a trophy. They won the league. They won the League Cup after they won a trophy after 70 years in their history. 70 years since they last won a trophy. Think about it. Forget the championship. That doesn't count as a major trophy. We're talking about the Premier League, the FA Cup, or the English League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, or any European competitions that they've won in the past. Right? Newcastle need to now push on next season and actually mount a title challenge. And I don't know, people call me crazy, but Newcastle have a good team. They genuinely have a good team. If Newcastle continue that form that they did from the start, from when they won the League Cup at the start of the season, next season, they could genuinely be in the top 3, top 2 next season. There's a good chance. Newcastle have a very, very good side. Bruno Guimaraes, very, very good player. Isak, quality goal scorer. Anthony Gordon, proving why he's a very good player. Harvey Barnes, they have the players there. Newcastle need to now use that money that they got. Don't know why I would say that because the owners are bloody rich, right? But the Champions League money that they got for the PSR thing that you said, what's going to happen now? Are they going to spend that money? Are they going to use it wisely? Are they going to add more players to the squad? What's going to happen to Sandro Tonali? What's going to happen to certain players? Are they going to add more quality to the defense? Right, the goalkeeping department. Are they going to add more to the attack? Who knows? Newcastle, it's up in the air. It's genuinely up in the air right now with Newcastle. But like I said, they have a good squad, and they need to go mount the title challenge. But they have the best. They have the richest owner in the world. Come on, let's not joke around here, right? They've won a trophy. They're qualified for Champions League. They've got that money. I don't see any reason why Newcastle can't go do something big next season. There's no reason why Newcastle big next season. Sorry, go on.
No. Sorry for cutting in again. I would say, I think when Newcastle finished 4th 2 seasons ago, they had to sell St. Maximin, if I'm not wrong, due to PSR rules. Aston Villa last season, after finishing 4th, had to sell Douglas Luiz.
Yeah.
So I think Newcastle will have to have another major sell, which I maintain it isn't fair. Just because they're not an established elite side doesn't mean that they can't go out and spend like everybody else. I mean, if Chelsea, Man City, and PSG can do it, why can't Newcastle? And that's why I have my reservations about them winning the title, because there's no doubt that they can, but it depends who they sell and who they buy for cheaper, and if they can fulfill that role, and expand on the role that the previous player had for that team, for that squad.
Do you know who would be a very, very good player for Newcastle right now? Like, do you know what would be like an insane signing for them right now?
Who?
Imagine they signed Ousmane Dembele from PSG. I wouldn't put it past Newcastle. They've signed some good players, man. Genuinely, they've actually signed some very good players. They look like the type of club to sign a player like Ousmane Dembele. Even though it's not going to happen, they look like a club to sign Ousmane Dembele. They look like the type of club to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. About
No, sorry, go on.
no, carry on, carry on.
I was done already.
Oh,
So
fair enough. No, I was going to ask Akavan. You said that they've got the squad to win the title. Where do you think Newcastle can improve
no,
in terms of their
not necessarily win the title, but I'm
the
saying that
challenge?
they have a good enough squad to be in the top three and definitely mount a maybe do something big next season with like maybe win the FA Cup, maybe like maybe go far in the Champions League. It depends because like I said, Newcastle literally have to spend that money on players and they need to invest. They need to use that money to invest. Don't know if Isak or Bruno G will go, but if they can keep both and actually invest in the midfield, invest a bit in the attack, invest in every key department in every key area of the pitch, bro, they've got it. Newcastle have the coach, they have the system, they have everything in place. The owners are there. They have a good foundation at Newcastle. So I think Newcastle fans are in good spirits. I think Newcastle is a good place to go to right now. If you want to be a good player, if you're coming to the Prem, I think Newcastle might be a really good place for a lot of players to go to. Like genuinely, and it's not me like like taking the piss or anything. I'm actually being serious because Newcastle they've got the money, they've got a nice place. I think Newcastle. I've not been to Newcastle, but I've seen a lot of what people said about Newcastle. And people said Newcastle is a nice place to go to, and it's a. The only problem is it's very very far away from London. That's why they don't want to go as much to Newcastle compared to like London, compared to like Manchester. It's quite far away from London, but even then, like Newcastle have a good foundation there. They have a good like they have a good project in place. I know I hate those buzzwords like project. I hate all these like foundations. I don't like all these buzzwords, but at the same time, they've won the trophy. They've got the Champions League money. They're gonna go and spend that money now. And trust me, I think Newcastle have a good shot next season. But I want to know your thoughts.
Well, Newcastle in general, just
Yeah, just what I said and stuff like that.
and so in terms of what you said, Akavan. I mean, there's no doubt there's a foundation there, and I know you were talking about projects and whatnot and how you don't like those words, but at the end of the day, they've got the silverware to back it up. They've got a foundation to build upon. They've got a winning mentality that they can establish and expand on. And I look at their goalkeeper, I look at their defense, their midfield, and their attack. Their midfield is as good as anyone's in the Premier League. Their attack is up there with the best in the Premier League. Their
Yeah,
defense is very solid, if not entirely remarkable. I feel there's no doubt that they can push on. But yet again, I go back to PSR. How will Newcastle respond to that?
yeah,
Will they show ambition and get a points deduction for it? Or will they
exactly the same.
obey the PSR rules and end up selling an important player of their squad
Yeah,
without a suitable replacement?
I asked that question as well, and I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Hopefully, hopefully, they they can actually expand their squad because they have a good squad there. They just need to expand it a bit more. They need to add a bit more depth because yeah,
The boss makes a good point as well. Carry on.
yeah, they need to constantly be in the Champions League so the money opens up faster for them. Yeah, I mean Newcastle had the money already. It's just the PSR preventing them from spending their own money. They need to use the money that they get from other places, from other like they need to get money from the Champions League to be able to spend it to elevate PSR. And that's the problem with Newcastle. Like they actually have, bro. If Newcastle didn't have PSR, bro, they'd spend as much as they want.
Like
Like
Chelsea and Man City and PSG did.
exactly because they're not in any depth right now. Newcastle are not in any debt. They've got they've cleared the debts. They've got the richest owners in the world football right now. If you ask me, that these guys are literally the richest owners in world football right now.
They
They
are.
can spend as much money as they like. It's just the PSR is ruining the league, in my opinion. They can't. I would love to spend money on players even without selling, because you can add to what you have. Just add more depth and quality. Like for example, you can have players there, but if you add, it can improve competition in players, and that's the one that you can improve players that way. Players will fight for their places. You know
This
the
is what I don't like about PSR, because the likes of Aston Villa and Newcastle, who want established, rich Big Six sides, they're being restricted in terms of how they can compete.
yeah.
I mean, why should Chelsea and Man City be able to do what they did, but Newcastle can't?
At the
And
same
that's
time,
what annoys me. Why can Arsenal, Liverpool, United all get away with it to a larger extent than the likes of Newcastle can? It's not a level playing field.
Yeah,
Like the Premier League, they want to raise all this money. They want to create all this money and ad revenue and all that in order to have a level playing field. But you're harming clubs that haven't been established beforehand. And
yeah,
you're giving free leeway to the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, United, established clubs. I mean, how's that fair? The whole point of PSR is to keep those clubs at the top and to keep others from catching up.
yeah.
And I mentioned earlier with not Anana, Douglas Luiz getting sold by Villa. I mentioned it earlier with St. Maximin losing Newcastle. How is that fair? Arsenal finished second. We're not going to have to sell a Saka or a Saliba or an Erdegaard. So why should Newcastle do that with their players? It's
Yeah.
just not fair. When United finished third a few seasons ago, you didn't have to sell Fernandes or Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah,
So
we
why
did.
do Newcastle have to sell players? Why do Aston Villa have to sell players? It's disgusting. Nottingham Forest, if they finished in the Champions League, it doesn't matter about the Champions League money. Gibbs White would be sold anyway.
Do you
Chris
know?
Wood would probably go somewhere else.
Do you know one thing,
Yeah.
right? Um, at least Nottingham Forest owners took the hit and took the 2 point deduction for the sake of the club. And that's the one thing that they have. They have ambitious owners that are willing to take the hit whenever they need to. They almost got relegated, by the way. They were so close to getting relegated as well with those 2 point deduction. If they got relegated, then it would have been a risk failed. It would have been a risk that was taken and was failed. But this risk worked, and look at where Nottingham Forest are right now. They're literally in a European place, so they have to be able to spend to win it now. In my opinion, Forest should be able to win it. They can go out. They can go out and try and win it. They can also try and go and win maybe a domestic cup. Newcastle probably gonna go for the FA Cup next year or the Cup double. Newcastle looking like the Cup double thinking next year. Okay, or maybe compete or maybe do well in the Champions League. Because now now that they're back in the Champions League, this squad, don't forget, this squad has experience of playing in the Champions League. They have experience of playing in the Champions League. They got robbed literally last second by the referee. That should have been Newcastle in the round of 16 of the Champions League that year. It should have been Newcastle then and there in the round of 16. Inexcusable refereeing decision from the referee, man. Inexcusable refereeing. That should have been Newcastle in the round of 16. I felt bad for Newcastle at the time, but now they're back. These players have experience of playing there. Trippier has played there. Who else played there? Isak's played there with Newcastle. Who else? Harvey Barnes played there as well. I'm
So,
sure all these guys have played there. Tonali's played there with Milan. You know, so they have experience there playing in the Champions League. It's about whether they can weather the storm and actually get through a long league phase next season. It's my issue. But yeah,
it is
that's
fair enough.
all I gotta say about Newcastle. So it was a good segment on Newcastle actually because it'd be I might clip this up. Newcastle. Hopefully, any Newcastle fans watching, any Newcastle fans that are interested, I can definitely, we can definitely we can chat sometimes in the future.
And a quick mention for Everton as well. That was a brilliant away win. David Moyes, cheers, Cameron. David Moyes, perfect Everton manager for him.
I'm not wearing the exact same
Awesome.
shirt again, bro. I was wearing the United shirt yesterday or the day before. I was wearing the United shirt the day before. I can't remember what I was wearing. I can't remember what I was wearing 2 days before. Sorry, mate. But listen, at the end of the day, I just wore it anyways. I think whatever it is, what it is. Sorry, Newcastle. Sorry, what are you saying?
No, a bit of a loss of focus, but fair play to Everton as well. It's always difficult winning at St James's Park, and Everton have just done that.
Yeah, Everton won the game, bro. They literally, I thought Everton would lose the game. I thought Newcastle was slapping 3-1, bro. Genuinely. And
Yeah.
I was so close to getting my Arsenal prediction, but I actually didn't give my Arsenal prediction. It was actually 3-1 Arsenal. I didn't say it, and I said 3-1 Newcastle as well. Crazy. Newcastle.
I said 1-0 Southampton. So
we bailed them out, bro. We bailed Newcastle out. So any Newcastle fans out there, cheers. But I feel bad for Aston Villa because I love Aston Villa too. But listen, Europa League winners next year, I'm all ears.
we're a shadow of a doubt.
Unai Emery.
Especially with the fact that there's no Champions League teams dropping down as well. Yeah. Especially with that.
And no Sevilla as well. should be open for them to win it.
No, love the fact that Sevilla's mere existence puts it into threat. But yeah,
Because
you're right.
they're the heritage of this competition, man. You know what I mean? Sorry, go on.
And you were mentioning to me off camera that they were only
A point off relegation, bro.
in the league. Yeah, so chances are they're not going to be back in Europe anytime soon. So it's probably more of an open competition.
Literally 1 point off relegation, bro. Sevilla almost got relegated, and guess what?
What?
What was I gonna say? In La Liga, 40 points got relegated, and to think United only finished 42 points in the Premier League. That just tells you how bad the Premier League actually is. Just tells you how bad the quality of the Premier League is. So
Indeed.
they can still afford Rashford. I think Rashford can still go to Aston Villa. I just think we have to lower the asking price now. It's got to be lowered to at least 25, 30 million. At least lowered by 10. I think Aston Villa should be able to spend the money. I think qualifying for Europa League should still get you at least 50 million, if I'm not mistaken. At least 50. I think it'll add 50 million into
Champions League money. I think that goes with about £200 million overall.
But for Europa League, it should be what, 50 million to 175 million around. Did you get qualify for Europa League?
Yeah, I'll be somewhere around then.
I think they should be okay signing Rashford. Honestly, that should be okay.
No, but this is what I mean, Akvin. If Chelsea and Aston Villa, well, Aston Villa did, but if Chelsea missed out on the Champions League as well, they'd be in serious financial trouble. So, Aston Villa, they've got a tough task ahead of them this summer. But at the end of the day, it's the Europa League. They've got Unai Emery. Mm-hmm. He's been to 5 Europa League finals, won 4 of them. Less said about the other one, the better. So they've got every chance of winning it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a good segue into the Manchester United Aston Villa review.
I will give him a review on that one. Next up, we will talk about Chelsea will be fine due to the Club World Cup. Bro, if Chelsea win the Club World Cup, I'm hearing 250 million is the prize money. If I'm not mistaken. I'm hearing 250 million is the prize when you win it. It's gonna be crazy money. Whoever wins that Club World Cup, they're gonna get tons of money. So you just never know. Rashford off to Madrid, yeah. I don't see it happening, but imagine that happens. To Atletico Madrid, maybe. Not Real Madrid, but no. Maybe on holiday. Not to Real Madrid.
Oh. Akvin, what are your thoughts on Gary Neville getting banned by from the City ground? What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly,
funny to me.
I don't know, man. I remember Mike tweeting something about it, and I was like, I don't know if I agree with that. Let me have a look at it. Shout out Mike anyway. Always. Let me have a look at that. It was something about Gary Neville. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd rather Arsenal did that. I don't like listening to Gary Neville on commentary anyway, so I think Nottingham Forest have got it right there. I mean, in terms of Gary Neville actually getting banned from the stadium, I mean, it might seem a bit extreme, it might seem quite unprofessional, but at the end of the day, if you've got the power to do it, you might as well do it, because I don't enjoy listening to him, and I'm sure not many people in the chat do, so who knows.
But here's what he said about it anyways, and this is what he said. I'm about to bring it up now. So Mike said something about Gary Neville and what was it? But and what he said about Forest. Oh,
still trying to go through his profile.
Yeah, no. Here, King brought it up here. It was deserved. Gary Neville disrespected the owner and talked on things without knowledge. Could be.
That's what we need a fact check, man. They get paid enough to do it. Why don't they do it? That's all I'm saying.
This could be as well. This could be.
I mean, Sky Sports in general, it's become more of a rage bait clip farming brand than it is actual sports analysis. I mean, you see,
But
I guarantee you they have scripts after every game. In between the advertisement breaks, they whip out their quick agendas. They see how they're going to disagree and whatnot. I guarantee you they do that just to garner more views, just to keep the interest. Because City have won it 6 times out of the last 7. They're going to need to keep the brand alive, so to speak. So
uh, just trying to find it right now. But anyways, I think Gary Neville should not have spoken things that he has no knowledge about. I kind of agree with King there. Like if you have knowledge about something, try and fact check yourself before you start like mumbling about shit. Because um because at the end of the day, right? You're a pundit who works for the biggest channel in football or arguably sports in the UK, right? And to come out with something like the owner has no idea or he's ungrateful about what he did to you know to the manager, because at the end of the day football's about standards, and if you don't have standards, then I mean
you might as well not be in the sport.
exactly, bro, you might as well not be in the sport, bro. But the thing is with Gary Neville, he's a well respected pundit, like, and he doesn't often get things like he mixes things up at times. Like he's very he's a flip flop at times. You could say he because there was one time where he was backing Solskjaer, right, and then he went on and criticized this and that other manager, but Solskjaer was his friend, so he stopped criticizing Solskjaer. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, he admitted that on live TV. He's like, "Oh, Solskjaer's a mate, so I'm going to back him."
Yeah, and that's just
This
poor
is
punditry, man. Very
this
poor.
is it. African King talks about knowledge. Jamie Carragher does the same thing. I remember him talking about how oh like one year he couldn't get changed in the dressing room because he was underage, but he thought that Ethan Wanyeri wasn't getting changed with the rest of the team to humble him and to stop him getting carried away. And he was talking about how Lewis Skelly needs the same treatment. And it's like you're just making up an agenda here. Like,
Mm.
it's disgusting what they do. At the end of the day, the media is a brilliant propaganda machine. Whatever bullshit Twitter narratives they can delve out, they'll dish out, and everyone will consume it. And that's what winds me up. It's essentially a rage bait channel now.
Yeah,
Like, there's no actual football analysis. You live in England, you're an English citizen, yeah? You're paying so much fucking money for this coverage just to watch Brentford versus Fulham at 2 o'clock on a Sunday. And you're subject to rage baiting idiots, essentially.
and not only
Trying
that,
to it's ridiculous.
and not only that, yeah. If you go and watch Soccer Saturday, right, or it's not Soccer Saturday, sorry, Saturday Social, right? These like come up with so much crap. Like it's like the only person that actually talks sense on there is like Neve Stunpeg. You know who I'm talking about, Stunpeg.
Yeah, yeah.
She has really good analysis. Rarely I disagree with her. Rarely do I disagree with her because she actually comes up with analysis. She actually analyzes the game with her own eyes, not just stats and like numbers and like, bro. These people look at but on current form, on this, on that. Just talk sense, bro. Like some people on that channel don't talk sense, you know. Like bring up the people on there, but come on, man. Like it's lazy analysis from a lot of them, man. And a lot of people who have been who have made the name for themselves hardly get themselves invited on the show. You know, it's like some of them are left out as well, and of what Paul Merson says I disagree with as well. He's another one that I disagree with. A lot of what he says I disagree with as well, because he's one minute he's like, but they need to do this. 1 minute he'll be knighted if United gets, bro. Why do you, bro? He once said Eric Ten Hag should get knighted if United win the FA Cup. Like what? What? Bro, we're the biggest club in England, arguably, right? And you win the FA Cup over your rivals. What do you mean by knighted? We've won this cup so many times. Knighted about what? We've had the worst season in history, yet we still come out with the trophy. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, These people chat absolute rubbish, man. Rubbish,
It's
honestly.
nonsense, man. It's like the overlap. I don't know if you've ever seen the overlap. It's free on YouTube and whatnot. Well, I say it's free. You get an ad break every 5 minutes. But anyway, um, it's like when they're is it called like Saturday? Is it called Saturday Social on there as well, or it's like Fan Zone, where you have like Carragher and Scholes, or whoever it is, asking like answering questions from fans in the
Super
stand.
fan debate. The super fan debate.
The super fan debate, yeah, the super fan debate, and it's just like I alluded to earlier. It's just a load of clip farming. Like the majority of people on there, they're looking to get into the manager's press conferences by being all super duper positive about the club.
Yeah.
Just speak your mind, man. And I understand you wanna try and work your way into the industry, but please be
Just
real.
just say it
Please.
as it is, man. Let's rather not just like lie to ourselves that it's gonna be okay. Let's just like say things as it is. Let's so we don't so you don't get hurt at the end of the day, because some people just lie to themselves and like all of a sudden you're no longer gonna be happy with what's gonna happen. You just expect the worst, or just say it as it is. Be realistic at times, or maybe demand more at the same time. Be realistic and demand more.
But
So
it's almost dystopian in a way. It's like you cannot criticize a club, otherwise you're not granted access into a press conference,
that's
for
just
example,
bro,
and you're
and the
harming
pundits
people's
all
careers because of it.
and the pundits do it all the time. So what's the difference between
Yeah,
fans?
and on that what's it called, the super fan debate.
Yeah,
Like I said, it's back to clip farming. It's back to rage baiting. They don't believe half the shit they say. They're just trying to take the piss and to get more traction, get more views.
yeah,
And yet again, I understand that's how money is generated. But can people not just be real? Can
yeah.
people not just be honest with themselves, man?
I
Because
agree.
it's like we're constantly being lied to, and it's like this goes beyond football, but
Too
we're
much,
focusing just on football here. It's just be real, man. Come on.
too much PR in football nowadays. That's the problem. It's just too much positive PR now, and then
Yeah, well, Ackerman, yeah. I'm studying sport journalism, yeah. The highest paid career I could go into is PR.
mm,
So that shows you how much of a massive demand there is. Exactly.
yep, facts.
And hey, I've read a lot of Top Gooner shit in my time, so I think I'll be a pretty good propagandist.
Mm.
So
All right,
hey, good practice, that. Innit?
so read through any comments I missed. Um, I don't see Newcastle getting Lamine Yamal. That's over the top, but that would be crazy that happens. Taylor got knocked out today, so Taylor Fernandez. Fair enough. Predict. Well done, Cam. I did tell you that Ben Shelton and Lorenzo Soneca was the best first match was going to happen, and it actually went to 5 sets. So yeah, not as I was saying, like bro, you're right, man. Like these fans just it's too much positivity. Like that's the problem. You need to be at least somewhat realistic.
But Ackerman, that's the problem. You need to be
And
super
get
positive
really,
in order to get employment or in order to have the opportunities that they're craving. And I don't blame them for wanting these opportunities. And I don't blame them for being positive because of that. But it shows how deeply wrong English football culture has become when you cannot be honest with yourself and still get employed in the fields you want
yeah.
to be employed in.
And that's why I'm thankful for some fans on social media, because some people actually just say it as it is rather than lying to the teeth. You know what I'm trying to say.
It's like we all live comforting lies. We all lie to ourselves sometimes to feel more comfortable. But
Yeah,
sometimes you've just got to be honest with yourself. And honesty is usually the best policy.
honesty is key. Yeah, facts, bro. Honesty is the best policy.
Usually the best policy. You know,
Facts.
if you've killed someone and you're honest about it, don't do that. If you want to stay free for a few more days, but apart from that, honestly, Akavin, man, it's like I can understand why people are so super positive, and that's why I don't have a go at Arsenal fans so much because they're trying to get opportunities and they're trying to find employment. But it shows how wrong English football culture is with the
Ooh,
fact that it can't be true.
this could be something in the summer. It could be, you know. Do you know, it could be something that we do over the course of the summer up until the Premier League begins again.
Yeah, we could call it introspection.
We,
A deep, dark look into English football.
you know, what I should do. I might start a podcast on Kick and Spotify if you want that.
Spotify. You can reach out to
It
people
could
on
be a
it.
good platform, you know. And apparently, Streamyard has now started doing. You're allowed to stream from Streamyard on Kick now, so this could be something good, you know. So I might, you know. But big ups to you, man. Honestly, fair play. Do you know what? Since you're the one that got me this, I might bring you on for that. Genuinely, you might be my first guest
We
on
need
the
to hear
show.
the boss. We need to hear the boss.
Exactly, bro. I might as well bring you on for the first show, man. Big up to you, my G. Big up to you, bro. And thanks for the support every single time, man. Much love. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next game now.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna talk much about Wolves, Brentford, Tottenham, Brighton. Tottenham, they won the Europa League. It's nothing much to play for.
All right.
Wolves,
Shout out for Brighton's fourth goal. Wonderful hit by Sergio Gomez. I think it was.
I'll go. Yeah, Sergio Gomez. No, Diego Gomez.
Diego Gomez. That's it. What a goal. But anyway, I mean,
Yeah.
Spurs won't care because they're in the Champions League despite finishing 17th.
Yeah.
But it's the most Spurs thing that could have possibly happened, I think. That's the most Tottenham thing ever, isn't it?
Nah,
But
it's a win.
fair play to him.
It's a win.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't want them to do well. But at the end of the day, and he's a good manager. He's a Tottenham legend. Half of that Spurs squad is legendary. And be happy, man.
City got Champions League. Leicester lost to Bournemouth 2-0. West Ham won against Ipswich away 3-1. Apparently Liam Delap didn't play that game, so he might be on his way out.
You get Delap, we get Gyökeres, hopefully. Apparently, Gyökeres, hasn't he got like 98 goal contributions in 103 games? Why are people overthinking this? He fucking produces. Get him in the Arsenal team, please. I don't want any of this Sesko bollocks. Give me Gyökeres, please. But anyway, that's a bit of a.
Yeah. So Wolves drew 1-1 with Brentford. Arsenal beat Southampton 2-1. Liverpool lifted the Premier League trophy on Sunday, and in
I didn't see it.
Yeah, neither did I. When I saw the Premier League trophy, I shut the TV. Didn't even bother watching it. I was like, I watched the 19th one because I was like, you know what, fuck it, let these men have it. Like it's the COVID celebration. No one's gonna be there to celebrate for that anyway. So you know, I might as well see it happen. But this one, I'm like, yeah, nah, screw it. Screw it.
Fair enough. I think Liverpool were down to 10 men, weren't they?
They won their first trophy without Harry Kane. Irony. But Harry Kane won his first trophy with Bayern Munich. So.
But the game in which Bayern won it, he was suspended.
And Eric Dyer too. But still, Harry Kane's the top scorer this year, so fair enough. They contributed to it.
Harry Kane is officially a winner now. England officially have a winner up front. I'm excited. But we've said that for the last 60 years, so probably nothing will change.
But yeah, last game I'm going to talk about, and then we'll move on to footy bingo.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll finally close out the season with just like a bit of a what do you call? Summary, if you could say. But anyways, United 2, Aston Villa 0. Good performance from United, obviously. I don't. It's not much to rave about. Not much to celebrate about. Obviously, it's a win on the last day of the season to just close out the season. Close out a horrible season. What's been the worst season of my life, right? A 2-0 win against Villa on the last day. It was a good result, like in terms of just pure, like just football, just like football result, like just a result in general. It was a good result, like just the win, the performance itself. I thought it was good. I thought that the lads turned up on the day where it didn't matter most. I don't know why they turned up today rather than on Thursday, on last Wednesday. But you know how United players are like, they'll turn up and there's no pressure. And a lot of these players say bye. Apparently Garnacho's going. Apparently Luke Shaw might be leaving. Lindelof's gone. Ericsson's gone. Evans is gone. I love Johnny Evans with all my heart, man. Will always cherish everything Johnny Evans has done for us, because Johnny Evans is he's won in every single season he's been at United. Johnny Evans, apart from this season, and the 11-12 if you don't count the Community Shield, which I'll always cherish him for, because he's been there, he's done it all with United. He's won. I think he was in the squad when we won the Champions League as well. I think he was in the squad when we won that Champions League.
He was definitely in the squad the year after, because I know he lifted the Club World Cup. I don't know about the season before.
Right. But yeah. No. Anyways, man. Like that was a good performance. Villa. If is any Aston Villa fan out there watching for you, I'm genuinely sorry. I genuinely feel sorry for you because that was a clear goal, clear as day. I don't know how the referee did not overturn that. That was a goal for Aston Villa all day of the week. And Villa were down to 10 men as well with Emi Martinez. I'll be honest with you, forget the goal. Emi Martinez costed them the Champions League.
Wonderful passing gifts, wasn't it?
But could they go and win the Europa League next year?
I mean, Emi Martinez is being sold, if I'm not mistaken, which is why Villa are in for.
Apparently we want him. Apparently we want him next season.
It wouldn't be bad for you guys. It'll be better than Onana.
Not easily. He's a class penalty saver, man. He's a class penalty stopper.
Yeah, fair play.
But anyways, also the how do you call it?
Napoli. Oh, no.
Not Napoli. Ahmad goal. Good header. Back post.
Ericsson, good send off in his last game.
Ericsson with the penalty. Yep, good send off as well. A lot of these players need to go, man. And the speech from Amram at the end, I need these managers to stop coming out with this stuff and actually do things that they promise. Let's just stop lying to the fans and actually proving that they actually can do something. All action, no talk. Sorry. No action, all talk.
Akron, it sums it up here. We want much more than that, and we are going to go and guess it. Who said that, Akvin? Who do you think? Anyone in the chat want to guess? Well, I'll tell you the answer right now. It was Mikel Arteta. For any of you guys watching, if your manager ever gives a speech, do not fucking listen to that, because they chat absolute bollocks, and they're just trying to keep themselves in the job. And I understand it, but in this instance, they're football managers, not journalists, like I was talking about earlier. So they're millionaires anyway. So, all this is just to prolong their employment. Ten Hag did the speech at Old Trafford last season. I guarantee you that played a significant role in him.
He said the exact same thing as he said the season before. He said the exact same things, and nothing happened.
Exactly. Arteta, we want much more than that, and we are going to go and get it. Where is it, mate? Do we have to wait another year
to win the cup? Eh? Back to Old Trafford, eh? Fucking idiot, man! Get him out of here, man. Man's off to Bayer Leverkusen. He's off to Bayer Leverkusen now. Hate watches. Hey, next season I'm doing all these hate watches, man. Oh, fuck Ten Hag, man. I'm doing all these hate watches next year. I can't.
Is he going to Leverkusen?
He's gone to Leverkusen, bro. Confirmed. Oh. He's replacing Xabi Alonso, bro.
But anyways, well, Leverkusen will make a profit.
Sorry, go on. What are you
saying? Leverkusen will make a profit. I mean, that's what he's done at Ajax. That's what he's done.
Ten Hag, the only way you'll earn my respect is if you buy these United flops to Leverkusen. Buy Onana, buy Højlund, buy Garnacho. Take them all to Leverkusen, man. And take Luke Shaw with you while you're at it as well, and give us Grimaldo in return. But anyways, forget it. Forget about that for a minute because I want to get upset about Ten Hag. Yeah, like I said, it was a good win. Just at the end of the day, all I asked for was something, and United actually gave something to give to the end of the season. I'm not gonna wear this. I'm not gonna wear any more United shirts, man. I'm no longer gonna wear any United shirts this summer from this era. I'm gonna be wearing retro shirts.
Fair enough, mate. I'm not buying any Arsenal shirts.
I need to remind myself of the good times.
Fair enough, mate. I'm not buying any Arsenal shirts. I haven't done over the last 5 years. No, since 2021. Because I didn't want to put any money in the Kroenke's pockets. It's quite annoying because the Arsenal away kit next season actually looks really fucking good. But for some reason, we've based it on a season where we bottled the league after being 5 points clear. Does that sound familiar? So, yeah, we've actually got some decent kits this year, but I'm not buying any. Unless we win something.
Adidas have done very, very similar kits, man. In my opinion, I think Adidas have not done well over the last few years. Apart from, you know what, this United kit this year that we had, if we had won the Europa League in it, I would have loved it for a long time. This United kit this year that they made was cold. I actually loved that United shirt. This United shirt that they made this season that we're currently wearing, the home shirt, bro, that is a lovely kit. Forget the season we had. That's the most positive thing about the season. The kit that we wore. That was a lovely kit, man. And genuinely, I would love to see United wear it again next season because I actually like it that much. Genuinely, it's actually that good of a kit.
I didn't like the Arsenal.
No, I understand you, bro. It is what it is. Like,
Lag.
I just
Sorry, I think you're lagging.
no.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm lagging. No. I think you're lagging, bro. Just now you were lagging.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, must be me. My bad, boys.
No, that's cool. It's cool. No worries. All good, bro. All good.
No, you're on about your kits, man. I mean, I must be honest. Your kits do look pretty decent. I didn't like the Arsenal kit, the home kit especially. I mean, it was typical that we had a bottle sort of sign on it. I don't know why we had so much blue on our home shirt. But luckily, this is the home kit that we're going to wear next season, which we also wore against Newcastle 2 weekends ago. Actually looks quite nice. But anyway, kits are irrelevant, man. It's what you do in those kits. So,
yeah. No, it's what you do. Like I said, the tablecloth shirt that United got in 2013 was actually not that great of a kit. But when we won the league, it became iconic. Sometimes, yeah, kits can become shit when you first see it. It's like when the first sight, right? At first sight, it could be a horrible kit. When you win something major with it, it could just be the best kit you've ever worn. You know, it's a success. It's a success in it.
Remember this kit, Akevin, this goals kit, Matt. If we won the league, this would be probably the best Arsenal kit ever. Like the black and goals kit, such a good kit, but we fucking threw it away. Yeah. That's what's so painful, man.
I know, man. I wish you guys won that year. To be honest with you, I didn't want to see City win it.
Well, 93% of the way there.
Sorry.
93% of the way there.
And then you have AFC come out saying, "But we should give the league title to those who stay on top of the league longest."
Oh,
2-0. Only good thing from that I took from that game was the 90th minute whistle. Facts.
All right. 90th minute whistle on the season. Best final whistle we've heard.
That was the best whistle we've heard all season. I can't lie. Okay, so to be fair with you, maybe that Man City United game that at the SC had was a great one. I'll be honest with you. Even if I had a crap season, right? The best win this season was the win that the SC had. That win that Amad Diallo got at the end, bro, was crazy.
That's quite interesting. What are your top 3 best United games this season?
It's got to be. I know it'll offend you, but it was the Arsenal FA Cup one because they didn't really have many great games. Are you talking about based on Premier League or all comps?
No, all competitions. Well, I mean, if it was Premier League, then I'd really be struggling. But
I think Bilbao away for first leg. It's got to be up there, performance-wise. But I don't even want to think about the Europa League anymore, bro. Honestly, I don't even want to think about it anymore.
Not even Lyon 5-4?
No, because it's irrelevant now. It means nothing to me anymore because we didn't win the competition, bro. If we had won the Europa League, that game would have meant so much to me. It doesn't mean anything to me now because we lost the Europa League. So I'm probably gonna say the Man City 2-1 win, the Arsenal winning the FA Cup, and because we've had such a bad season, we've had such a terrible season. The first game without Eric Ten Hag, maybe the first game, the 5-2 against Leicester, because that was the first game when Eric Ten Hag left, and it was like there's such a huge sigh of relief, man. I was like, oh bless, he's gone, so happy.
Fair enough, mate.
And then also we can maybe even say the game at what's it called? No, I can't forget this. Hold on. No, what was I thinking? The Arsenal game has to be in there. The City game's got to be up there. There's another game I'm forgetting.
Anfield away?
No. I don't. I want to forget. I just want to forget that day itself. It was. It was. It was. It
You're
was, it
so
was
annoyed that Maguire missed in the last minute.
Nah, just the day itself. I just want to forget about it. It was a really. It was a really sad day for me and my family. I told you about it already.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, my dog passed away that day, so I didn't want to think about too much about that day. Which I think. Oh, 7-0 against Barnsley. Thank you. 7-0 against Barnsley. That was the one.
Fuck yeah, no.
It was, bro. It's been such a shit season. Let's just pull any result out of the bag. Let's just pull any win out of the bag. We barely had any wins this year. Like, I'm talking like a club that's just been in a relegation battle. That's how bad Man United have genuinely been.
Fair enough.
And that's why I'm holding the manager accountable. I'm holding everyone accountable. Like we threw away this Premier League season. We threw it away for absolutely nothing. We lost the Europa League final, bro. We lost the Europa League final. But I hope this sends a message to the board that you get rid of most of these guys. Most of these players need to go. That have been here for so long, that have done absolutely nothing for us, need to go. So yeah. No, like I said, it's just been a decent performance against Villa. Villa threw away the Champions League, man. Villa threw it away, man. And Emi Martinez, yeah, poor from him. I don't think Hoyland would have scored, I'll be honest with you. I don't think Hoyland would have scored. Emi Martinez coming out of his goal was poor, man. He shouldn't have come out. He should have just stayed in.
No, Hoyland's been not buried that anyway.
Yeah, he wouldn't have scored, man. I don't think Hoyland would have scored. He's asking you, when do you wear glasses?
Since when do I wear glasses? I wear glasses all the time. I just I decided not to wear them for a few streams because I thought they didn't look too good. But now I can't actually see.
No. Don't worry about it.
No. I just like. Oh no, Rasta. I thought I'd just start wearing my glasses so I could see clearly, and I could articulate my points better because I could actually see who I was talking to better. You know.
Fair enough. But
Not psychological.
Do you wear contact lens?
No, not contact lenses. I mean, I think they're pay as you go in the UK.
Right.
And yeah, my finances aren't too reliable, so I would rather just pay for the then and now.
Fair enough. To be fair, he deserved that. Bruno skied a pen. He was dancing in front of the Stretford then. I think Bruno missed that penalty on purpose. I can't lie. He did.
Nah.
I genuinely think he skied it on purpose. Because
like Steven Gerrard at Ewood Park. Where he looks like Roy Hodgson and he fucking skies it.
No, because do you know why? Because I think the players fell out with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at that point. That's why I think they missed it. I think they fell out with him.
Fair enough. It's funny how you were thinking so hard about United's best 3 games, because from an Arsenal perspective, I have 4 games that I absolutely love from this season, and that is literally it. The 2 Real Madrid games, obviously. Man City 5-1, that was glorious. And honourable mention Spurs away as well, because we had 2/3 of our midfields missing. Gabriel, bullet header. Timber, lucky not to get sent off. It was a good win.
What about the 2-0 win against United at 2-0 win against Man United at at
Emirates? Nah, that's I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to sound arrogant, but that was kind of run of the mill. You know what I mean? Like obviously beating Manchester United is always enjoyable, but
yeah,
like, it wasn't really like there weren't really many incidents. You know what I mean? And I mean, what annoys me was that we drew with Fulham the game afterwards, so it was pretty much pointless anyway. And that sticks in my mind a lot. And honourable mention as well for the Etihad, because if we held on to win 2-1, I mean, I was proud of the players that day anyway, but I would have been so proud. But naturally, we fucked it up again. So, yeah, sorry, a bit of a segue, but we'll get on to.
No, it's cool, bro. It's cool. It's your show. It's cool. It's your show as well. The one thing I need in order to even be here next season, I need a goalkeeper and a striker, bro. We need a goalkeeper, a striker, midfielder.
New owners.
We need a cultural reset. That's what we need. We need a cultural reset. Anthony, yeah, he was there. He's on loan. Bro, I didn't trust the manager. Said neither did I.
Yeah, he's led you to 15th. He's lost you a European final against the serial bosslers and Spurs. Why would you?
I'm sorry. All I hear every year, I'm sorry. Fuck the apologies, man. Just show it on the pitch. Respond on the pitch, man. Stop going to social media for your subby apologies. Nobody gives a flying fuck. Genuinely, nobody gives a flying fuck about your apologies. You finished 15th this year. That's the lowest you've ever been, and that's the lowest we've ever been. I'm sorry, none of you deserve that. None of you deserved it. No United fan will accept your apology. Genuinely nobody, and especially from Luke Shaw. You, my friend, yeah, get out of my club.
Hey, you called him a fat cunt. I thought you were calling me a fat cunt at first.
No,
On
no,
Twitter.
no, no,
And
no.
the checks you were quoting Mike Lugh.
I was
poor old Luke Shaw.
I was not calling him I was not calling him that. No, Mike's my guy. I ain't cussing Mike out. That's my guy. But Luke Shaw was an absolute fucking bro. I can't stand it, bro. Honestly, so much shit he chats, man. Genuinely, that's a lot of shit. Yeah, he needs to buy a lot of shit players, bro. Ten Hag needs to do that, man. Ten Hag needs to do that. I don't know if it's just me or the live stream streaking. I think just go out of the just go out of the stream and just come back in. Like just refresh the app. I think it happens with YouTube sometimes. It happens with a lot of YouTubers. I think sometimes the stream just pauses for no reason. But just refresh the app and come back in, mate. If that happens to you still. Spurs playing the Super Cup. If they beat PSG, maybe they're a little bit better than that. Oh, bro, come on, man. I don't want to see them beat PSG, man. PSG
Or Inter.
So you're saying PSG winning the Champions League? Is that his comment? Is he saying PSG winning the Champions League? Listen,
maybe he is. I think they will. Purely for the history aspect.
I think Inter winning it. I just think Inzaghi. You know what? I'm a Milan. I like Milan, right, in Serie A, but I just really want to see Inzaghi win that Champions League. Not with Inter though. I want to see him win that Champions League so badly. I'll be honest with you, I think I'm cheering for PSG that day, but I really, really want to see Inzaghi win a Champions League. That guy is a quality manager. He's such a good manager, bro.
I'd love him at Arsenal, man. He's been my
he is class. He is class, man. I hope he doesn't go Al Hilal, man. I really hope he doesn't go Al Hilal. I want to see him in Europe, man. The Champions League needs managers like Inzaghi, bro. Especially next year, man. I want to see Flick versus Inzaghi again next year. We need to run it back. That was a classic game, bro. That was a quality game that we watched. I need to see over and over again. We need to see more of this. Fuck the system. Fuck all that shit, yeah? Free flow football, man. That's what I want. End to end shit. We don't see that much in nowadays in today's games. We hardly see that much of it. You know what I mean? We hardly see much of it now. But yeah, anyways, let's quickly go to the comments. I was thinking the same thing. Everyone threw up on the Liverpool home kit when they first and it's like, oh yeah. I think I know what you're saying. Everyone hated that Liverpool home kit as well. I was thinking about the Spurs probably had it on the board when the Europa League and win their money. Our mentality was lose this game, we all broke and futureless. Mentality kill us. Maybe. City game was the highlight, and we banked the Carabao. Yeah, Barnsley and the Arsenal. Yeah, those three were my.
Man United in the FA Cup and PSG. Both legs, probably the three worst games this season for Arsenal.
Was that the worst game you ever played? Was it the worst game of the season for you?
Yeah, those were the three worst games of the season. I would arguably put United at the top because it was Andy Madley handed us the game, and we still threw it away. He handed us the game. We still fucked it up, and I don't want to sound like I'm being demeaning, but you are in the bottom half of the table, and we're at home. We should be winning, but we didn't win because Arteta's a prick, and excuse my friend. Christ above me. That was such a Erdegaard, absolute scumbag. Why the hell you missed that? I don't understand. Havertz, you absolute scumbag. You completely sold it. He missed two open goals that game.
He skied it as well.
Yeah, I think Johnny Evans just kicked it over the bar, but in normal time, I think Erdegaard's put a cross in.
I don't remember.
Havertz needs it over the bar. With Bayern Deer was stranded. I honestly, those two muppets single-handedly fucked us over that game. And Andy Madden tried to win it for us.
I don't remember if Johnny Evans was playing for us at that moment, but honestly,
I thought he was. I think it was Evans.
I think it was Maguire.
Might have been Maguire or Evans, one of the two.
Maguire was on the pitch. Yeah,
probably Maguire.
Bro, I agree with you, man. Rasmus got all fuming. We need a senior striker, bro. We need a top quality striker.
We need Liam Delap.
Nah. Just so we're clear, I'm still amazed at the second free kick. They should paint it hang on the Louvre. Declan Rice. I like the first free kick more because it curled outside in, and the second free kick was just slap top ins. Like the second free kick was just insane, but the first free kick was Like it was like outside curler. That's what I really liked, man. And I actually scored. I scored a similar goal actually in football from the halfway line though, because I was.
Nice. Fair play.
No, it's like a kickoff. I was like, I might as well just take it. Like, fuck it, I scored.
If we had Akervin in midfield, we would have won the Champions League. I've seen that.
Put me in attack.
Well, but it annoys me because not only did those Declan Rice 3 kicks ultimately lead to nothing, but he was also at fault for the first 2 goals we conceded against PSG across both legs.
Big up
because he ran into Kvaratskhelia in the penalty box, leaving Dembele through in the first leg, and then he made the foul for the free kick that we conceded from in the second. So it was Declan Rice's mistakes that ended up getting us bloody knocked out.
Fair enough. Fair play, bro. I respect that. If Inter can defend against PSG, they will deserve it. Bro, the way PSG have creamed these English teams. After where PSG had the river. Bro, they've cooked England. Bro, PSG have cooked English clubs this year. They've beaten everyone, bro. They've beaten everybody. It's like, and it wasn't even like, bro, how did Liverpool fumble that PSG game? It's crazy.
Well, how did they get away with it in the first league?
Insane.
How did they get away with it in the first league? It was insane. Insanity. I'm just getting football bingo up now before it starts lagging. Yeah. Sorry, I was just putting football bingo on there so we can get ready.
No worries. All good. I was just gonna say, hold on. That the PSG have completely cooked England this year, and also Inter. I for me they're the best team defensively, man. Honestly, and they're such a well balanced team. I think they're gonna win it. But if PSG win it, it'll be for Luis Enrique's daughter.
Yes.
That'll be such a great way to honor his daughter, man. It's so sad what happened, honestly, and as a father, as a father like him, like for Luis Enrique, he's a wonderful father, and he would, and to see someone like him lose a daughter like that, it obviously I'm not married, I don't have children, but
yes,
seeing people lose their children like that, it breaks my heart, and it's always painful to see, like it's the most painful thing for a parent is losing their child.
No child should go before their parents. No child should go before their parents.
I agree. That is so true, man. Honestly, no child should go before their parents. It's genuinely true. Because the way he hit it, how it moved in the air, how much of the far corner it took up, and the keeper is nowhere. If I dive, it's something like that. The Declan Rice free kick he's on about, but yeah, I think Inter will win it because the experience and the quality of the players. I think PSG might still be inexperienced, like the young players that they have. But they've got quality players. That midfield is really good. It's gonna be a battle of the midfield, like I said. It'll be a battle of midfield. Barella versus Vitinha. That'd be a great midfield to watch. Or Fabian Ruiz, whoever it is. Honestly, listen, that'd be a great game. Hopefully, hopefully we see. It's like, you know what it is, right? For me, this is the first Champions League final I felt in so long that I can just sit back and relax and I'll hope for somebody to lose that bad. Like if Inter win it, Inter win it. If PSG win it, PSG win it. I'm not gonna feel pain. Yes, I support Milan. Like, come on. Like, I want to see Inzaghi win that Champions League so badly.
Either team winning the Champions League, I'll be happy for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same.
Both of them will be desperate to win it because PSG lost the final 5 years ago. Inter Milan lost it 2 years ago. So they've both got something to lose. Inter have got the heritage on their side, but PSG have the history. I don't know if the chat remembers, but when I was talking about the Munich finals being held, the last 4 times the European Cup finals held in Munich,
they've had different winners.
I've won it for the first time. 1979 Nottingham Forest, 1993 Marseille, 1997 Borussia Dortmund, 2012 Chelsea. So PSG, if history is anything to go by, they'll be the winners this year. But like you said, Akervin, I wouldn't say it's a win-win, but it's, you're not losing either way. They're two brilliant football sides. Both of them deserve to be crowned the best team in Europe. Maybe the best team win. I'm just hoping for a good game of football. Hopefully, it's not another dour 1-0 like they usually are.
Nah, I hear it. The last few finals have been like a 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Oh, they've been so since 2018. They've all
But
been
Real
so.
Madrid won 2-0 last year.
Yeah, but we all knew Real Madrid would win. I mean, let's
Yeah.
be honest. I haven't been. For me, there hasn't been an exciting Champions League final since Kiev in 2018, when Karius threw Liverpool under the bus. Since then, it's been so fucking boring. Genuine.
You could say last year was exciting, to be fair with you, because Dortmund were in the Champions League final.
Oh yeah. Dortmund, they had a lot of chances, but you just knew they weren't going to bury any, and Real Madrid would eventually shine through.
And who else was there? Which other team? Which other game was exciting? You could maybe say City Chelsea was exciting because it was the first Champions League final after lockdown.
I suppose to this day I haven't seen the highlights because Chelsea winning another Champions League, man. Just nah. But anyway,
which other games? Which of the finals, man, were so interesting? Which of the finals, man? PSG Bayern wasn't that exciting? I'll be honest.
No, it was fucking shit. It was terrible. I remember watching it live on YouTube.
The one before that, Liverpool Spurs, nah.
Thing is, I had a lot more into that game. Obviously, because I didn't want Spurs to win, and I'm always thankful for Liverpool for winning that final.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat because I didn't want Spurs to win, and Liverpool didn't settle it until the 87th minute. But I can understand why people would say it's boring. But the build up to that final was arguably the best Champions League campaign ever.
Which one?
So, 18-19 season.
Oh yeah,
18-19 season. It was a brilliant campaign. 2 amazing comebacks in the semis. That Spurs versus City classic. Man, what a game, man. Liverpool knocking out Bayern. It was just a brilliant campaign all round. It was a pity the final wasn't so exciting, but for me that didn't matter because Spurs lost.
So I'm just watching the Al Nassr game. If Ronaldo scores 2 goals, he will be the first player to have reached 100 goals for 4 different teams. 100 plus for United, 100 plus for Real Madrid, 100 plus for Juventus. If he gets 2 more goals today, 100 plus for Al Nassr. Insane. And he's got more.
Now he needs to go back to Sporting.
He's got 100 plus for Portugal as well. His only club he's not done it as is at Sporting. Man, I need to see it do it. I need to see him do it at Sporting, man. I need to see him do it there. Yeah, he needs to go back. I agree. He needs to go back there. So you lagged a bit there.
I put. Sorry. I put the football bingo share screen on for later.
Yeah. You say something?
To be honest, for Boston, London hasn't been red since 2004, and it probably won't be again for another few years. I think at the minute you'd have to say that London is white because Spurs have won the most prestigious European trophy, and they're in the Champions League despite being 17th. So fair play to them.
So all my new viewers in the chat, I mean, there's a game we play called Footy Bingo. This is the end of season Footy Bingo. So you guys can join. It's playfootball.games. Go to football bingo, and click online football bingo, and then enter the code here, or scan the QR code to just join. It's on the screen right here. So the boss of blue, Kevin, Rasta, anyone else in the chat, King, anyone else in the chat. So all you guys, in the chat, join. We need to get at least 5 players joining today. Come on, guys. So the code's on the screen. It is hold on. It's LWKSA. So scan the QR code on the screen and click the link to join. No worries, mate. Take care. Have a good one. If there's anyone in the chat that wants to join, please do join. So we got 3 people in the chat now. At least get 1 more or 2 more. That'd be great. 17 of you watching. You know, I'm also away from 270 guys. Please get me to 270. I'm literally 270. Sorry. Yeah, Mbappe is joining. I know. It's random name. So does anyone in the chat that's Is anyone in the chat that's sort of not that wants to play? Please do. I think we'll do 1 more. We'll wait for 1 more person to join.
Sorry, I'm lagging.
No, it's cool. No worries. We'll wait for 1 more person to join.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Boss of Blue, if you're still in chat, join.
So my connection is terrible at the minute.
No, it's cool, bro. No stress. Shit happens. Kevin, if you're in the chat, you know you can join. Rasta King, if you guys are in the chat, click. Sorry, not click the link. Scan the QR code to join the game, and yeah, we'll start. I think we should just start now, bro. Honestly, might as well start.
Fair enough.
I think we might as well start.
Want to mute?
Yeah, I will do. Cool. All right. Enjoy, lads. Anyone's playing? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. just finished.
God, I finished third, lads. Bloody hell.
So whoever was Mbappe in the chat, let me know who it was. You got bingo. Fair play. Fair play to you, man. You got bingo.
Should we do another game?
Yeah, we'll do another 2 more. We'll do 2 more. Why not?
All right, man. So I am in my mate's bedroom, so he'll be coming in and out.
No worries. All good, bro. All good.
Sweet. Online 30 bingo again. I'll share the screen in a minute.
Yeah, no worries. Like I said, people, I'm so close to 270 subs, man. If you guys get me to 1 more sub, that'd be great. I'm on 269 subs right now. There's one more sub I need to get to 270, man. I'm not gonna end the stream till I get to 270. That's how I'll do it. That's the way to do it. So if anyone wants
Fair
to
enough.
sub, FOOTY bingo is the way forward, man. This is the way forward.
What's the code, mate?
No, my 30 bingo's not loading up a minute. That's a real pain in the arse.
No worries, mate. No worries. All good. But yeah, like I said, 19 of you in the building. One sub is all I need to get to 270.
One of my mates is joining as well. Sweet.
What's the code?
All right. I'm getting the codes up, yeah.
Okay.
So conversing at the minute.
Fine.
No worries, man.
Oh, hurry up. So my computer is absolute dog shit, man. This is awful. Waste of time. I'm going to do it the English League, so hopefully I'll have a better chance of getting bingo.
No worries.
I'll share the screen now. Share screen. FOOTY bingo. Let's go, boys.
You can't see the screen yet. For some reason. Okay, there it is. Seeing it now. Screen was blank. That's why I couldn't really see.
I am sharing. Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's cool. No worries. That's stream.
Come on, join up. Join up, lads. Come on.
S3MWM. You already know, people. Scan the QR code. Scan the QR code and join. We'll get 2 or 3 more people. We'll wait for 3 more people to join, if we can. Has your mate joined? We got 4 people in the building. One more person will do.
Shall we start or should we probably... Yeah, come on. Let's make it a record, boys. Come on.
One more person.
Giza, Josh, Akevin, Joshi, and Mbappe. Let's do this.
I'm gonna type it in the chat. 1 person join.
Whether it's Rasta, Prime, Don C, Big Mac, Brylon Mando, whoever it is, man. Join on. Join in. Let's make it a record. We'll have 5 different people. Come
One more person, FOOTY bingo. That's all we need. But yeah. Nah, I think if Bossa Blue was here, he'd play. Unless he comes back. He likes to pop back into the chat sometimes, so shout out to him anyways. Kevin, Rasta, King. You might know what to do. I think if by the next 20 seconds we don't get someone, we'll just start. Next 20 seconds.
Fair enough. Cameron, I saw you were in chat earlier.
Oh yeah,
Do
Cam
your
does
job and join
Cameron.
now.
I think we'll start now.
He was. I wonder if there's a tennis bingo.
We could do one with tennis for tennis with Cam, but anyway, I think we'll start now. We've got enough people to join it. We've got enough people anyways. We'll just do it. Good luck, lads.
Have you ever scored an own goal? Not guilty. Let's keep it that way, please.
Yeah.
Have you ever missed a goal?
I was on an absolute roll and I screwed it over. No, we need to run it back. We need to run it back. Big up to you, Timothy. Hope you're well, mate. Hope everything's well with you. Unlucky Josh. That wasn't a bad effort.
Finished fourth again. My lack of ball knowledge is getting exposed to the watching world. We'll do one more game. Is that all right?
Yeah, one more game. So one more game we should do. One more game. Timothy, if you'd like to join as well, the code will be in the chat or the code will be on the screen. Just scan the QR code and that should be okay. I think we'll do global now, honestly. We might as well do global, or I think it'll be easier. Or if you want to do English League, up to you. Up to you, mate. Up to you. You can decide. A3 PCD. All right, cool. The code's on the screen. People scan the QR code and join.
It was saying that the page was unresponsive for StreamYard. Very annoying.
No, that's cool. No worries. Happens. We've got 4 people now, so
This is on global. Timothy Minter, if you want to join,
we can do.
that'll be very good.
We can actually do one more after this and do English League. We can do one more English League after this if you want. We can do 4 today. End of season stuff. You know what I mean? End of season celebration.
Not fair enough. Bit of leeway. Tell me when you want to start because I'll be on mute.
Let me have a look at who scored. I didn't see who scored for Al Nasser. Oh, Ronaldo scored. I didn't even see the goal. The game was on my phone. I didn't even see it. He's got 1 more goal left till he reaches 100 goals for Al Nasser. He needs it badly. Big up my goal every single time. Come on. But anyways, I'm ready. I mean, I'm sure everyone else is ready. Timothy, if you'd like to join us, well, you can join, mate. The code's on the screen. Just scan the QR code and join. The link is called playfootball.games, and then enter it on Footy Bingo or scan the QR code. You should be there. Oh, we've got 5 people. Let's go. We've got 5. Let's start, mate. We've actually got 5 people. Let's go. This is perfect. Good luck, people. Unlucky, mate.
Bastard, you wanted it again.
My mate won, in case you couldn't hear that from the background.
One more.
Shall we do one more game?
One more. Let's do.
You're a prick, mate.
Well done, Josh.
Sorry, carry on.
Let's do English League now. English.
2-1.
English, okay.
Yeah. So we done 2 global. We'll do 2 English League and end it there. But like I said, guys, I'm literally 1 sub away from 270, man. Just 1 sub. All I need is 1 sub, man. You guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Because most of you that have watched the channel have not subscribed. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and then leave a like on the video if you haven't done so already. We're doing this end of season review for you guys soon. So there'll be a full Premier League season review coming your way. So stay tuned for that. This is not the last Premier League show of the season, so we're gonna do one more. But yeah, one more game, lads. 5SQKB. Sorry. Three more people join. The same as last game. 3 more people.
In the words of Gareth Southgate, one more. We only need one more sub, guys. Come on.
One more sub, people. Come on.
One more person. Come on.
One
One
more
more person.
More sub is all we need, people. And one more participant. Come on, lads. Same as last round.
Come on, we can get one more person on here. And we can get one more person to subscribe. Come on, boys.
Yeah.
Right, whoever the 5th person was last round, please join for one more game.
One more game,
Please
lads.
join.
Or we can just start, to be honest with you. No point in waiting. You
Fair
can
enough.
still join while the game is going on. You don't have to start. You don't join at the start. Because if you click the if you click the code, it takes you in the game straight away. You don't have to wait for the start.
Oh, fair enough. I'll start now.
Alright, we'll start now, lads. Good luck. terrible.
I didn't finish dead last this time. Get in.
Wait, Owen.
My mate got bingo, apparently.
Yeah, he did. I saw him. I saw he got bingo. But I mean, that's the end of footy bingo. But people, there's literally one sub. Literally one sub away from 270, guys. If you guys, one of you could sub, anyone is in the chat, anyone's watching that hasn't subbed yet, because most of you that's watched my channel have not subscribed. And from the stream the other day, from the United stream the other day, anyone who's from that stream has been subbed, you guys know the drill. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Because it's free to do so, and we give you authentic analysis on football, on sports. We don't just say things with a pound note. We say things as it is. Big up to Josh for hopping on the channel. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for coming on, and we'll chat this week again for the Champions League final preview if you like, and maybe we'll do the Premier League review soon by next week. I think we should do it by next week.
Sounds like an idea. It's been a wonderful, well, hasn't been a wonderful season for either club really, but it's been wonderful being on this channel since December. It's been wonderful seeing the growth of this channel. It's been wonderful watching other streams for sports that I don't typically watch, such as F1 and tennis. And Akavin, I just wanted to say a massive thank you for having me on here. And here's to next season being even better, even more growth, even more anger, even more analysis.
Bro, I thank you for accepting the invitation to come on the channel, because do you know what it is? Augustia literally just told me, he's gonna bring you on. I said, sure. I've been saying for weeks you can come on for sure, and you ended up coming on and actually changed the dynamic of the show. So I appreciate you, man. And even though it's been a shit season for United and for all the clubs, I'd say it's been a good season doing football shows. It's my debut season on YouTube, and I've genuinely enjoyed it. Like, I've genuinely enjoyed meeting new people. I've genuinely enjoyed engaging with the chat. So big up to you guys for this season. Big up to you guys for showing your love and support for this season. Next season, let's get even better. I said the start of next season by August, I would like to be at 450 subs by minimum 450 subs, people. So you guys know the drill. All you have to do is hit subscribe. We have 3 months to do so. It's free of charge. Authentic football analysis. I'll be covering the Club World Cup. I'll be covering the Roland Garros, Wimbledon. I'll be covering all the sports that are happening across the Premier League break. I'll be covering a bit of preseason as well. So United's postseason tours starts tomorrow. I might be doing a bit of that. The United shows will happen across the summer. Transfer news, transfer daily, games, whatever it is, debates on the summer with shows with fans. You guys know the drill. You guys want to, whichever fan you want to see me bring on, you know what to do. Subscribe, tune in to AN Sports, people. It's free of charge. Tennis, basketball, NBA is still going on, so we'll be doing NBA shows. F1 shows gonna happen across the years as per usual. But yeah, hope all's well with you guys. And literally, like I said, one sub away from 270 subs. If you haven't subbed already, what are you doing? You know what I mean? One sub away. So
It's going to be a very, very busy summer for this channel as well. Very busy summer.
And you'll be seeing a lot more of Josh. Like, don't worry, just because the Premier League season's
I
ending,
advertise that, bro.
he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Anyway, lads, subscribe to Ackerman. He is so dedicated to this channel and its growth. He's going to be absolutely grinding throughout the summer with all these other sports that even I can't name, let alone play. So let's just subscribe to Ackerman, man, and get ready for a huge summer ahead. And let's look forward to the new Football League season. Hopefully both our clubs do us proud.
Yeah.
And here's to many more streams. Here's to many more laughs. Here's to many more lags and delays. And Ackerman, I'll see you next season. And I'll also see you later this week, probably.
Appreciate you, Timothy. Just I sent you a message in the private chat. Just
my mate is subbed. Don't worry, he's not taking
big up to him. But yeah, big up to you, Timothy. Big up to everyone who's tuning in this season. Big up to Bossa Blue. Like you've come across my shows. Big up to you guys. But like I said, one sub away from 270 by the end of the show. If once I end the show, 270 would be the number, hopefully. But anyways, people, I am gonna close out. I'm gonna continue watching the Al Nassr game. Hopefully Ronaldo scores one more goal to reach 100 goals for Al Nassr. That'd be nice. He's now scored 800 club career goals in his career. 800 club career goals. Insane. So, listen, we love it. Anyways, people, we're out. Take care. Have a great summer off season, whatever you call it. And I'll be back next week or this week for the Premier League review show. Tomorrow, United shows will resume as normal. NBA shows will be back after Game 4. Games 4. So yeah, and F1, same as usual. Champions League final, Conference League final previews will be here. Keep it locked in on AN Sports, people. Take care. Like, share, subscribe. We're out. Peace.
And enjoy your